Okay, this golfer's got a pretty good setup. Let's just take a look at how he does in the box. Put the box right here. Let's got him in the box. Let's watch the takeaway now. Takeaway looks pretty good. He's moving the left arm straight back. Maybe too far to the inside. We'll know better on the back picture. Notice he's raised up a little bit here on his backswing. And remember, the backswing is a downloading process. We're going to move him back down towards the impact position. Good club lag there. Good hip action. Belly button's turning to the target nicely. Look at the hand rotation there. That's really what we're looking for all of our golfers, is to get that club head releasing there, so that position matches the position here. So you can see the release. Very nice swing, Brent. Very good job. Very good. Okay, we got the same golfer again on the down the line view. Let's go ahead and draw the swing plane in there. Pretty good there. Let's put the spine angle in. Not bad. Let's see what he does here. Taking the club nice on that plane, but you can see a lifting a little bit of his body. See right there how he's lifted up and out of the shot. See if he reroutes the club back down to the inside. His hands are a little higher here than they were at setup. Not bad. Rotates right on through. Good rotation. What we saw from the down the line view is the same kind of mistake we saw from the up the line view, is that getting just a little bit too much head lift. Coming in right about there. The left hand's a little bowed. I'd like to see it a little flatter. It's coming in a good position there. Good rotation. Good extension down the line. Good finish. Well balanced. Good swing. All right, what we're going to look for here is rotation. This golfer has been struggling getting to a fully rotated forward position, so he ends up kind of flipping the club with the hands at the impact position. So we're going to pay close attention and see if he's able to rotate onto this line as he's moving forward. Pretty good takeaway. A little bit of a collapse with the hips, but not bad. And the butt is not staying behind him. Notice how the butt's kind of coming under him. We want to keep the butt out and up. And notice how much lift he's done. Go back to the setup position again. We'll draw a little circle where the head was, right about there. And we're going to watch him come back up and out of that swing. Up he goes. We've got to keep you a little bit more level, because the forward part of the swing is when we need to elevate. And if you're already standing up, now you've got to go in the wrong direction. So now we're going to see if he turns through the shot. He's moved quite a bit forward. No, there's the flip. The club head is passing the hands too early. Right about there. He's flipping the club. The right side isn't moving through. He's not getting the nice rotation that he'd like to get until considerably after the swing. Remember, the golf swing, the power is generated from the rotation of the body, not from how strong I can flip the club with my hands. So we're going to work a little bit on that, okay? Let's get you turning through the shot better. Drive this hip right there. Got to drive that hip around. Throw your belt buckle to the target. Okay, here we have our natural golfer. She's trying to emulate a little Mo Norman on this swing. Natural golf really is not all that different from conventional golf, with one exception. The arm movement generates the body movement, rather than body movement generating the arm movement. The real focus on natural golf is just to fold and unfold the trail arm and let the body respond to that. Let's just see how she does here. I'd like to see her head a little further behind the ball at setup. That's would be over here. And I would like to see the shoulders, the trail shoulder, a little lower than the left shoulder. So we have her moving into the shot there. Notice that she's just folding out that right arm, elbow staying down. Pretty decent width, pretty strong position right there. And that's a typical top of the backswing for a natural golfer, where the hips are still pretty square. She's facing the ball. Now what we're going to do is, does she stay in that position, or does she have a tendency to wander away? And I think what's going to happen is you're going to see the head move quite a bit to the right on the screen, quite a bit to her left or towards the target. So we're coming down. There goes the head movement, moving out of the circle, so she's leading with the head, and that's putting the ball way back in her stance. So now she's going to kind of hit too much, topping it too often and not able to turn through the shot. So what we'd like to do is work on her keeping her head back and then coming to that perfect finish like that. It's a great finish, good aggressive swing. We just need to keep the head behind the golf ball back here prior to impact. Good job. Okay, with this golfer, let's check out a couple of things. The first thing we'll take a look at is the swing plane, which is on that line there. And the other thing we'll take a look at is the spine angle right there. A nice 90 degrees. Pretty good shape right there. So going to take the club back. We'd like to see the club back on or above the green line. It's a little bit low, which means instead of just pushing her elbow back, she's actually turning her arms in. I would rather just see the left elbow be pushed straight back, which would keep the hands more in line. The club is a little too laid off there. Now she's coming up above the line, not too bad. Some of that's camera movement. It's hard with these, it was windy as it was. Notice now she's a little too far over the line. The club's pointing that way instead of towards the target. Okay, we're going to drop the club back into the impact position. She does a pretty good job there. Hands are a little higher here than they were at impact, but not bad. Into the shot. Good position right there. Head still. Good angles. Turning through the shot. Just barely missed it. Notice that the club came up just a little too soon. That's because the right hip didn't really fade in like it should have. We'd rather see this right hip make this turn right through there. Okay, turn on through to the finish. Pretty good finish. Nice and balanced. All in all, pretty good swing. And remember, sometimes a swing will have a bad result, but still be a good swing. Good job. Okay, let's take a look at this golfer here. Draw a little circle for his head. See if he keeps his head pretty stationary. And then let's see if he can get forward to this line in his forward swing. Okay, the setup looks pretty good. Very balanced. He could flare out his left foot a little bit if he wanted to, but it's okay. Let's watch the original takeaway. Club nice and low and slow. Pretty good width on the takeaway. Pretty good left knee action. I would like to see a little less collapsing of the left knee, maybe a little more squatting motion, but the head is staying fairly level. Too much bend in the left arm. You see that it's almost bent 90 degrees. Took the club well past parallel. It's bringing it back in, turning in nicely to the front side. Notice the knee now, everything is shifted outside the green line. Still maintaining all of his club lag. Looks good there. Not bad through the impact zone. Just no rotation of the lower body. What we'd like to see is, right there, we'd like to see a little bit more rotation of the right knee towards the left knee. Good hand action, though, but not enough hip drive. At this point right now, everything would be better if he simply had just rotated his right hip right there. Get that right hip rotating around all the way to the finish also. Okay, with this golfer, what we see is a kind of a sitting down on the setup rather than the butt out and up. He's kind of got a rounded spine going on here. I'd like to see him straighten that up a little bit. Maybe a little less knee flex. It doesn't quite need that much. Let's get rid of that. Well, let's check his swing. Let's see if he stays pretty much on the swing plane. Watch him move into this. Club's going a little too far to the inside. But at this point in here, the club should be about even with the hands, maybe more towards the green line. Not bad there, right on the plane. Got a little close to his shoulder there. I'd like to see a little more width in the swing. And notice he's got very little shoulder rotation. We'd like to see his shoulder being more down towards the golf ball or the target line. The shoulders should be parallel now to the green line, and you can see that they're still unturned. Now he's squatting back down again, turning into the shot. Okay. That turned out to be a practice swing. Got me fooled. See if he does what he does on his real swing. Here he goes up again. Same thing. Still a little bit compressed. A little bit more shoulder turn here in the real swing, but not much. Starting back down to the ball. Good move down. See where he catches the ball on the heel. because the club has risen up so high. So we're going to work on keeping the hands more inside and get those legs working a little better. Good finish though. On this golfer we can see that she needs to get a little bit more spine tilt, more towards 1 o'clock, probably more on this line. She's quite a bit upright there. That's going to cause some loss of power and direction. Now let's just see what her swing plane looks like. Take that right up through the golf club. It was a windy day, so it's probably going to be some club movement here. Pretty good takeaway to that point. She's on plane coming up here. Lots of turn. Nice flat left wrist. Coming back down. Good club lag there. Moving into the shot. Now, if right now she would just rotate her hips a little bit like that without collapsing so much. There's her butt is tucked in. I'd rather see the butt out a little bit. Looks like she works real hard on keeping her head down, but we'd like go ahead and let it rotate a little bit there. Actually, pretty good swing, just to work a little bit on your back line, your posture.